What's up YouTube? This is Joel with True Life Investing. Today we're going to be going over the top 25 questions and answers concerning stimulus. So all these questions will be listed below in chronological order with timestamps, and we're going to be going over all stimulus questions ranging from checks to dependents to small business loans to grants, or if you're retired or you're on Social Security, and so much more. But don't forget to subscribe and like the video so we can keep growing the channel. I really appreciate all the support, all the likes, and all the new subs. I'm so excited about where this channel is growing, and I'm so happy to be bringing value to you, to the subscriber community, and much more. And if you want to stay up to date with real updates, and I emphasize the word real, hit that notification button, and I promise you I'm going to bring you the news to you as it happens. I don't want to be bringing just repeated things. I want to bring to you news that's changing or things happening so that you can make sure that anytime that you're getting anything coming through this channel, that it's new and it's relevant. So also, if you do like this type of video, let me know in the comments, and I'll do more videos like this so that you can be informed and get the value that you need from spending your valuable time watching this video. So let's get right into it. Question number one, will I get stimulus? What are the income limits and the parameters? So individuals making $75,000 or less will receive the full stimulus of $1,400, and then it starts to be deducted for every $5 for every $100 that is over that set limit. If you're a couple making less than $150,000, you're going to be getting the full stimulus with the combined $2,800 being sent to you. If you have any dependents, you're going to receive a full stimulus of $1,400 per dependent, and there is no cap. If you're the head of household, you're going to receive full stimulus up to $112,500, and then the check would be $1,400. And remember that every single one of these limits phases out for $5 for every $100 over that set limit. So there will be a point where you won't receive any stimulus, but most people are going to receive at least something. Question number two, how much should I receive? I've actually put a link down in the description for this question so that you can put in your dependents, the age, and also your income, so that that calculator will tell you exactly how much you're going to be receiving for the third stimulus. Question number three, unemployment insurance benefits. So under Biden's American Rescue Plan, FPUC would be increased, which is the unemployment insurance, from $300 to $400, and he calls for additional weeks of the PEUC as workers would qualify for the expanded federal benefits through September 2021. Question number four, small business grants and loans. Small businesses would be provided $15 billion in grants to help recover from the pandemic. Biden would also use $35 billion in government funding to provide $175 million in loans to small businesses. This includes loans that will have to be paid back at a super low interest rate, and also the grants that don't have to be paid back. So it's basically free money. And just like that free money, we're also doing that free giveaway here on this channel when we hit 300 subscribers, so don't forget to subscribe. Question number five, nutrition assistance. There's a 15% benefit increase for the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP, that's going to be provided for the first 6 months of 2021. This will be extended through September of 2021 to reduce food insecurity through the year. Question number six, expanded paid sick and family leave. So the American Rescue Plan would expand and strengthen the paid sick and family medical leave through September 30th, 2021. Basically for workers who need to quarantine, provide care to their family members with COVID-19, or take care of children when daycare or schools are closed. This expanded leave would include a maximum paid leave benefit of $1,400 per week for eligible workers, up to a full wage replacement for up to $73,000 annually. Question number seven, will I get rental assistance? Renters and small landlords would receive $30 billion in support. The eviction and foreclosure moratorium and continued forbearance for federally guaranteed mortgages would be extended through September 30th, 2021 with this package. Question number eight, what about expanded earned income tax credit? Biden would expand the earned income tax credit for 2021 only. The American Rescue Plan would raise the maximum credit for adults without children from $530 to nearly $1,500 and raise the income limit for the credit from $16,000 to about $21,000. So workers over the age of 65 could claim this credit. JCT scored a nearly identical change in the HEROES Act proposal at about $10.1 billion in 2021. Question number 9. What about the expanded child tax credit? Next, the American Rescue Plan would significantly expand this child tax credit. The current credit actually provides $2,000 for qualifying child dependents under the age of 17 up to $1,400 of the credit can be received as a full refund in cases where the credit is worth more than the person owes in taxes. So the refundable portion is phased in as a person earns income. For 2021, Biden would increase this tax credit in 3 ways. For children under the age of 6, the new max would be $3,600, and then it would be $3,000 for children ages 6 to 17. And the full amount of credit would be refundable and not subject to any income-based phase-in. Question number 10. Currently, how many dependents can I have and how much will I get? So there's no cap on the amount of dependents that you can have and get up to, and it's going to be actually $1,400 per dependent. So however many dependents you have, multiply that by 1,400 and that's what you'd be getting. Also, I do have one extra bonus question for you, and that's going to come at the very end, so stay tuned. And I promise you it's going to help out a ton of people to help them know that they are going to get some more money coming to them. Question number 11. What if I collect Social Security or I'm retired? So individuals who are collecting Social Security benefits for retirement, disability, or supplemental income, they will be eligible for receiving the full stimulus payments. Question number 12. What if I'm in college? What if someone claims me as a dependent? That means dependents who are older than 17, such as college students or disabled adult dependents, won't receive stimulus payments. The Center on Budget and Policy Priorities, a nonpartisan research and policy institute, estimates as many as 15 million older children and adult dependents were left out of receiving stimulus payments under the CARES Act, and it's likely that the similar number is going to happen again with this package. Question number 13. What if I'm under 18? Only dependent children 17 years old and under are eligible for the additional $1,400 stimulus payment to the taxpayer claiming them on their taxes. So like the first round of stimulus checks in March, the adult dependents are once again left out, and only with this one, if you're 17 years or younger, are you eligible to receive the extra stimulus. But you're not just receiving $600, you're actually receiving $1,400, so it's a big increase from before. Question number 14. If you're an older adult or retired, this is what could affect your payment. Many older adults, including retirees over age 65, received a first stimulus check under the CARES Act and will be eligible for a second one for older adults and retired people. Factors like your tax filings, your AGI, your pension, and if you're part of the SSI or SSDI program, this will affect if you receive a second payment. The third stimulus check could make older adult dependents eligible to receive more money on behalf of their household. Question number 15. Are non-filers still eligible for stimulus checks, but do they have to take any additional steps in order to get it, and what if they don't work? So with the second payment, the IRS will use your 2019 tax returns to determine eligibility. Non-filers who weren't required to file a federal income tax return in 2018 or in 2019 may still be eligible to receive their first stimulus check under the CARES Act, and this group will qualify again. Here are the reasons you might not have been required to file. If you're over 24, you're not claimed as a dependent and your income is less than $12,200. You're married and you're filing jointly, and together your income is less than $24,400. You have no income. You receive federal benefits such as a supplemental security income or Social Security disability insurance. If you still haven't received a first or second check, even though you were eligible, you can claim it on your taxes in 2021 as a recovery rebate credit. Question number 16. What if I'm a non-filer and are not required to file any taxes? According to the IRS, tax non-filers also need to file a Form 1040 or Form 1040 SR to claim the recovery rebate credit. The IRS says anyone with an income of $72,000 or less can file a federal tax return electronically for free through the IRS Free File service. And I'll include that link down in the description for this question. Question number 17. Will filing my taxes this year speed up or slow down my third stimulus check? That depends. Since the third stimulus payment hasn't been finalized yet, we can only guess that when the next stimulus payment round will come, one way to potentially set yourself up to receive it first is to sign up for direct deposit with the IRS if you haven't already. Question number 18. What if I wait until the April 15th deadline to file my taxes? So April 15th is the due date for all 2020 tax returns, but filing your taxes sooner will not only potentially speed up delivery for any tax refund you might collect, but it will also position you to get any missing stimulus money weeks or even months faster that you can receive. Question number 19. When can I claim a stimulus credit on my taxes? So according to the IRS, you'll be able to claim a missing payment on your taxes in the coming weeks whenever you file your taxes and whenever they can be filed February 12th. So you can start preparing your taxes now, and then as soon as they open up that door on February 12th to send them in, you can send them in, and the first day that the IRS will begin accepting those and processing those individual tax returns will be on that date, February 12th. Remember, the tax filing deadline is April 15th this year, but you can file a tax extension if you can't make that deadline. Question number 20. Could the IRS garnish my stimulus payment to cover other expenses I owe, like federal taxes? So for the second check, the IRS won't reduce your stimulus payment to cover any past due child support you owe, and debt collectors can't garnish your payment either. However, the protections from the Consolidated Appropriations Act that have prevented the IRS from garnishing your stimulus checks for unpaid taxes do not apply to people who are claiming their missing stimulus checks on their tax returns. If you are eligible individual who has not yet received your full EIP and you have certain outstanding debts, some or all of your unpaid stimulus payments will be withheld to offset those debts. The Taxpayer Advocate Service said in a blog post that the IRS is looking into this issue. Question 21. I never got my second stimulus check, so what should I do? And what's this recovery rebate credit? So the December stimulus bill that's set up in January 15th cut off for the IRS and the U.S. Treasury to send the second stimulus payments to bank accounts and through the mail as a paper check or an EIP card. Unless the IRS mailed your check right at the deadline or your payment is caught up in a direct deposit holdup with tax preparers, you'll need to claim that money from your $600 stimulus check when you file your federal tax returns this year as a recovery rebate credit on your 2020 form or 2020 Form 1040 or your Form 1040 SR. You can also claim money the IRS owes you from the first round of stimulus checks authorized last spring. Millions are actually owed a catch-up payment for child dependents. Question 22. Do I have to send in my stimulus check back if I qualify for less with next year's taxes? You actually won't be required to pay back a stimulus payment if based on your 2020 tax returns, you no longer qualify for the amount you received. Here's what the IRS expects you to return full or partial stimulus check payments. Question 23. Could my 2019 tax returns help get my missing stimulus money quicker? We've already went over this, so remember, depending on your personal tax situation, the recovery rebate credit for your missing stimulus money would either reduce the total amount you owe to the IRS or give you a larger tax refund. Question 24. Will the stimulus payment I received affect how much I'll owe on this year's taxes? If you got a payment last year, it won't reduce your tax fund or increase what you owe when you file your 2020 tax returns this year. The payments also doesn't count as income to determine if you're eligible for federal government assistance or benefit programs. Question 25. Am I eligible for stimulus money if I lost my job or got a new one since filing my taxes last year? If your financial situation has changed after you filed your 2019 tax return, for example, if you received less income, you can claim that additional amount on your 2020 tax return when you file this year. No, because of the Rebate Recovery Act, you will actually get any stimulus that's owed to you because your AGI was lower in 2020 than it was in 2019. And if you qualify for, that means you can qualify for more stimulus, which will then get added to the amount to your tax refund. If you still haven't received a first or second check, even though you were eligible, you can claim it in your taxes in 2021 as a recovery rebate credit. And because of this recovery rebate credit, you will get any stimulus that's owed to you, and it actually will, reduce the amount of taxes you are owed or actually make your tax refund larger. So there's your 25 questions and answers for the from what I've seen across the web and across what people are asking online. So stay tuned, and I'll bring any updates to this list as they come through. Really appreciate everybody that's watched this video. This is Joe with True Life Investing. Till next time, peace out.